love grocery shopping. If you watch my Instagram stories where I do Sunday grocery finds every single week, or maybe even if you watch my full days of eating on here, then you probably know that my store of choice is Aldi. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how to shop at Aldi because it is different than most grocery stores. It took me some time to figure it all out too, but now that I've got it down to a science, it saved me so much time and money. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to shop at Aldi so that you can become a pro just like me and hopefully hate going grocery shopping a little bit less. Okay, so let's get into it. The first thing to know about shopping at Aldi is to know how the store works. It's really a no frills model. They don't offer free carts or bags, so you're gonna wanna bring a quarter to get a cart. You just pop it right in the slot to borrow the cart for your trip. You'll get the quarter back when you return it. Or you could be the nice person who gives someone your cart at Aldi. That's like Aldi nice. You're going to want to also bring your own bags to carry your groceries home in. Now, you can purchase them there for just a few cents if you forget them. But I have had my reusable bags for years. It's totally worth a couple of bucks. I also got an insulated one, which I feel really fancy with. You could use some of the boxes that they have available. All of their food is placed on shelves in cases, so when a case runs out, the box is empty, you could use it. Sometimes they'll have extras at the checkout, but this might vary by store. Now, another thing to know with this whole no frills model is that the products they offer are usually more limited. So they have their store brand products. They're not labeled Aldi brand, but it's usually the only main brand offered. But their products are, you guys, total dupes and at cheaper prices. So if you're worried about buying the Aldi brand Oreos over regular brand Oreos, don't worry, they're fabulous. And they don't have a ton of options. For example, when you go to a regular grocery store, maybe they have like 5 different brands and options of all-purpose baking flour. Aldi has one. They carry their brand of also things like graham crackers, their brand of chocolate chips, etc. The store layout also adds to the no frills model. So they have a super simple shelving with pallets. Like I said, they stack things on the shelf in cases, not one by one. So it might look a little more warehousey than other grocery stores. Usually they have a pretty consistent store layout, so some aisles might be shifted in different stores, but usually no matter what Aldi I go to, I never really have to think like, where the heck is the pasta? It's pretty intuitive once you really figure it out. Now, one other thing to note is the checkouts. You guys, the checkout is fast. Don't load your groceries until the person in front of you is done. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Since the workers there, they work so fast, it's kind of hard to gauge where to start your order. So just press pause until the person in front of you is done loading theirs and then start. And when I say the checkout people are fast, I mean they're like really fast, you guys. So no dilly-dallying with placing your things up there daintily one at a time. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. You can also at the checkout insert your card before they're done with your order. This just kind of helps things speed along so that there's no unnecessary waiting. I think that one's the same at most of the Aldi stores. Now at the end, after all of your things have been scanned and paid for, you'll swap carts, okay? So when you get there, there should be an empty cart at the end of the lane that the cashier is going to actually fill as they take your things off the belt. So you'll be left in the aisle with an empty cart standing there, okay? The cashier filled a different one for you. So you're gonna take the new cart that they filled with all your scanned items and place your now empty cart at the end, okay? So you're gonna swap carts there. And with that cart full of groceries, it's time to bag your own groceries. So after you're all done, step away from the lane. Usually there's a little counter area at the end after the checkout lane. So just pop your cart over there and put your stuff into the bags that you brought or that you purchased. And voila, you now have groceries to take home. This is where you now put your cart back, FYI, and get your quarter back. And also when you're on your way out, take one of the flyers for next week. It is one of my favorite things to look at. Now, I would recommend going to the store and checking it out before doing your hardcore shopping. Since they do have some limited selections of things, you want to think about about things like, do they have what I need? Do I need to make another trip to a store? Sometimes if I need a more kind of like obscure spice or maybe like a different cut of meat, I'll run to another grocery store that has more of a selection, but I really only do that for those specific things. Aldi is usually much cheaper for those staple things, so I save a lot of money there thanks to their kind of no frills approach. So because of that, I'm okay with making a second stop. Usually there's a store pretty close and it's not too big of an inconvenience. I'd also really recommend to check out the layout of the store and get familiar with where everything is that you might be purchasing, so you're not like stressed out over finding things when you actually get there. Just ease that a little bit. So kind of do like a dry run, if you will. So now that you know how the store works and how it's a bit different from regular grocery stores, let's talk about some of my other Aldi shopping tips. So this goes for any store in my opinion, but look at the flyer first. I do this online. It's super easy to pull up. Sometimes it helps me form what I'm actually gonna buy at the store, what meals I'm gonna make the following week. Really utilize those things that are on sale. Another tip is to know that some products aren't sold individually and they come in packages much of the time, like things like sweet potatoes or lemons, for example. Some of the produce is that way mostly. So if I'm going to buy sweet potatoes, I'm gonna make sure that I'm eating them a couple times during the week versus just needing like one sweet potato. Their flavor selections might also be limited. Like I said, they only offer limited types of things, like Greek yogurt, for example. So they don't have every flavor that they have. They have more of the basics, like blueberry, mixed berry, not necessarily like the wild ones that some other grocery stores have, like strawberry cheesecake or Boston cream pie. They might have some special buys of special flavors. They do this with yogurts and also things like their Oreo cookies. They might have special flavors there. These are actually called Aldi Finds that are special buys. So they usually have a whole aisle dedicated to that week's special buys. This gets me every time, you guys. They're so good. They're limited products that they might carry for like 1 to 2 weeks. And this includes both food and non-food items, okay? Another tip is that Aldi also has more than just food. So I'll grab things like paper towel, trash bags, but also things like candles and some home good type things. They have, guys, the best candles, I swear. They also have some like apparel and other random goodies. Really think of Aldi for the majority of your food staples, but know that you might need some other stores for, like I said, kind of those more specialty products or ingredients. Now, you guys know I love shopping at Aldi, so I hope this video was helpful for you. I seriously save so much money doing the bulk of my shopping there, and they do really have such fun products. And no, you guys, this video is not sponsored by Aldi, although Aldi, get at me and let's chat. Leave a comment, you guys, and let me know if this was helpful for you or if you have any other questions or you have any other grocery shopping video requests, okay? Be sure to also hit the subscribe button to the channel so you don't miss out on any non-diet, no food rule goodness, and I'll see you guys next week.